Welcome to Grow with Holly, where I talk about growth and marketing in technology products. Today, we're going to talk about how would COVID-19 impact B2B SaaS growth marketing and what kind of strategies should growth marketers deploy in this trying time. COVID-19 is impacting a lot of SaaS businesses. We're still in the early days, but most likely we'll see a longer sales cycle, lower intent to buy and willingness to pay, as well as higher churn. We're probably going to see the pool of existing customers as well as new customers decrease as more companies will cut costs and control what they spend on IT and technology. A lot of companies are already cutting costs, and some of them even freeze all marketing activities. In this time, what should you do as a B2B growth marketer? Today, I'm going to talk about three major trends I'm observing and my recommendations on what should you do in this time. First of all, digital marketing will become more important in the marketing mix. As offline channels such as out-of-home advertising and in-person events are less effective and sometimes not even possible, online channels are getting a lot of people's mind share. People are reading blog posts, they're opening emails, they're doing research on industry websites, they're downloading white papers, they're spending more time on social channels such as Facebook or LinkedIn. What should you do in this situation? Review your marketing budget and make swift changes. If your business is negatively impacted by COVID-19, pause advertising. Especially if you're significantly impacted, freeze all of your marketing spend. This is what Airbnb is doing. If your business is minimally impacted by COVID-19 and you still have solid cash reserve, consider pausing all of your offline advertising and focus on online channels. I would actually recommend switching 100% of your marketing spend in digital channels. If your business is experiencing increasing demand, for example, if you're in the online collaboration space or remote work space, you will probably see your marketing effort having a higher conversion rate. So this is actually the time to increase your digital spend to capture those demand. And even consider increasing your brand spend, for example, on podcast, streaming audio, OTT, and video that are traditionally more expensive in order to capture the market share. At the same time, it is important to consider doing more of the organic channels, things like SEO, content marketing, organic social, PR, and really think about the ways that you can help the community. That helps you to be part of the conversation and part of the solution. Again, it needs to be genuine in a helpful way versus being tone deaf and just talk about your products. Secondly, the advertising cost will be lower because of less competition, but the acquisition cost may not actually go down. Across the board, we're seeing less people spending on marketing, so the cost per impression and cost per click for advertising is going down. But at the same time, your prospecting customers are less likely to want to spend on IT and MarTech technologies. So your conversion rate is most likely going to go down, unless you're in one of the more online collaboration categories, then your conversion rate should go up. So regardless, growth marketers in this situation should really consider not only the upfront cost of servicing these ads, but also looking at down funnel metrics such as the cost per active user conversion in order to measure the actual impact of your marketing efforts. At the same time, work with your sales team to really focus on the upper funnel and middle funnel activities. And think about attribution model, especially multi-touch attribution. Why? Because your customers are probably spending more time in upfront research, but they're not going to buy for a while. And this is not the time to really press them on the conversion, but really the time to build trust and interest and also loyalty with your existing customers. When you do, and when the market starts to turn around, you're more likely to capture that pent-up demand from both prospecting and existing customers. What I want to call out here is if you're using a last touch attribution model, it will be hard for you to capture the real effectiveness of your upper funnel and mid funnel activities, especially if it's organic channels. So at this time, you want to think about adopting and start working on a multi-touch attribution model with proper attribution window to take into account of the longer conversion window, measure the full effectiveness of your marketing campaigns. And thirdly, this is more on the technical side, the IP address targeting for ABM strategies and personalization strategies needs to adopt to the new reality. Right now, a lot of the SaaS marketing teams use ABM strategies. So they look at the IP addresses of a website visitor to understand which company this visitor is coming from and dynamically change the landing page and ad creatives in order to be more targeted and more personalized in the messaging. This generally increase your conversion rate and is a critical part of your ABM strategy and personalization strategy. But now people are working from home and they're using home Wi-Fi. A lot of these connections are broken. Unless you have a good solution for a VPN and understand the IP address of a visitor, the existing solutions will have a hard time to really understand where this traffic is actually coming from. So for a B2B SaaS marketer, it is very important to invest and at least investigate solutions that use user level identification to really understand the email level and the login account level information to understand who is this customer. As a growth marketer, I would also recommend you work with your data science team to find potential signals to really identify the user. If you can find a unique identifier to understand your traffic and try to patch the visitors to your website in a predictive and deterministic way in order to build a holistic user profile and user journey. In summary, this is a very trying time for all industries and including the SaaS industries. A lot of the business will reduce their cost. So this is for most companies, it is not the right time to press on the eventual conversion or even focus on the top line growth. This is the time to build trust, interest, and retention and loyalty with both your new and existing customers. Digital marketing will become more important in the long term, even after COVID-19 is over, and more companies will gain more confidence into digital marketing's effectiveness. In this new world, it is important to increase your sophistication in your digital marketing efforts in order to sustain that growth. What are you doing for your company in this new COVID-19 world? And what kind of challenges are you solving? Please leave comments and let me know your thoughts. And if you have any questions, I will try to answer as well in some of the upcoming videos.